pure 100% ornery. And then a little clowning around. Sure, you get those cowboy clowns on TV, and boy, they take it up. Next up, Bob Shaw of Arlee with a great ride and good enough for a 4th place finish. Watch this. Keep your eye on Cowboy. Bob Shaw with a great ride here, right into your camera. And then it's going to be Dusty Solomon out of Havre trying to better that. And he's going to draw the horse Beeswax, and Beeswax is an ornery one. But Dusty Solomon out of Havre, Collegiate Cowboy, a good enough ride for a tie for 1st place 3 ways and a score of 71. Let's check in on the final results of the Classic, courtesy Chad back in the director's booth. First in the bareback, a 3-way tie led by Helena's Ryan Allen. And rounding out the winners, Doug Leeds and Dustin Solomon, both from Havre. Checking now to the steer wrestling, Todd Garrison, you saw him take top honors, followed by Pete Peterson and Martin Murphy. Barrel racing, Rachel Milamaki wins the cash, followed by Helena's Callie Goyens, who netted close to $900 for the weekend. Not a bad outing. Then Tammy Novotny, also a great outing from the capital city, rounded out the top 3. Now breakaway roping, Salmon, Goyens, and Bartleson, you see him there. And then the ever-popular bull riding event, J.C. Ireland, followed by Helena's Jason Harris and Shannon Wortman of Boulder. Boy, I tell you, those people need to have their heads examined. Team notes, Dan Whalen and Bob Tomoski finished 3rd in team roping, and George and Forrest Eichhorn also fared well, taking home 5th place honors. Well, the Mike Avon Palace of Chill was the site Saturday for the 1st annual Cold War, a handful of professional fights with the main event scheduled for 10 rounds between Justo Sanchez and the champion, John Polacki. Let's head out to the Palace for pictures. We picked this one up with the undercard. First bout, Steve Randolph taking on Canadians Troy Roberts, and Roberts doesn't waste any time. Look at that. Lands a smorgasbord of haymakers. Ref steps in. That's enough. Boy, Big Steve may have bitten off a little more than he could chew there. And then the ever-popular Ring Girl contest, always a crowd pleaser. You know, it's just a gratuitous clip of video, but I had to throw it in. And they're not judged on beauty, folks. Keep that in mind. It's boxing integrity. And speaking of integrity, the kid and the pride, Todd Foster, honored by the legislature of Montana. Now to the main event. Polacki in the white trunks looking good early. Look at this. Lands a couple quick jabs, gets it going against Sanchez, and then Sanchez comes back, gets his left jab going. And then the big shot come in the 4th round. It's going to knock Polacki off balance a little bit right here. He doesn't go down, though. Polacki, give him credit, stays on his feet. Look at that. Wants to go, doesn't. It wasn't spectacular, but it was enough to win it. Justo Sanchez, the unanimous decision, 96, 97, and 96 on the scorecard to beat the champion, John Polacki. Well, and speaking of the Ice Palace, that's where the action will resume Tuesday and Wednesday as the Ice Pirates welcome the Billings Bulls into the capital city for the first round of the AFHL playoffs. Now, the accolades continue for the Pirates as league honors were handed out this weekend by the AFHL. Helena's Matt Cunningham has been awarded the league's most valuable player, along with Vel's Yuri Gusox. But if you've seen Yuri play, then like me, you know Cunningham is by far the better player. No bias intended. Also honored as goaltender of the year, the Barricade, also known as Mike Snuggs. A great season for him. And not to be outdone, the pride of Helena Ice, Jed Snyder, named to the 2nd team, as was defender Daryl Schimmelfennig. Now, first-year Ice Pirates were also honored as a team, being named Organization of the Year. So hats off to Mike and Jeff out there, and the entire Ice Pirates team, as well as to all of us fans in the capital city who are sending a strong message about hockey in Helena. Again, face-off with Billings will begin Tuesday night and Wednesday just after 7. Well, now to the hardwood, where the road to the Final Four is paved and ready. Now, locking up a berth to Seattle on Saturday was UCLA, who knocked off UConn 102-96 and will play for the title or play in the Final Four for the first time in 15 years. The Southeast Regional title belongs to North Carolina. The Tar Heels got by Kentucky Saturday by a score of 74-61. 2 teams left, both played today. Let's go to the pictures. We're going to start this one with Oklahoma State and UMass. UMass gets it going early. Carmelo Travieso knocks down the 3, and UMass up 9-1. Still in the first half. They do like it. First half, Owens down to Big Country on the baseline, and the turnaround. You know, you look at this guy, what do you think they call him Big Country? Looks kind of like a city slicker to me, doesn't he? Well, maybe not. Later, Oklahoma State in transition. Bryant Reeves fills the lane. Big Country with the big flush there to tie it at 16. And then later, Lou Rowe to Marcus Camby. The nice pump fake, and the deuce inside gets the harm. UMass definitely within reach. We move on to the second half. Stayed on the move. Scott Pierce with the nifty move, but pack your bags, Scott. Got away with the travel there. Then later, Jason Scare with the steal, and the freshman goes all the way for the one-hand flush to lock it up final 68. Bring up the numbers. 54. Oklahoma State will play UCLA next Saturday in the Kingdome. And looking to repeat, the Razorbacks of Arkansas taking on the Virginia Cavaliers. We head out to this one. First half, Razorbacks look good. Alex Dillard scored and fouled. Gets a little help from the tip there. Then later, Virginia answers. Harold Dean from the long distance three, 19-18 Virginia. But to the end of the first half, Scotty Thurman backs it up. And watch this. Inside the line, nope, go back. Nail it. Ka-ching. 27-25 Razorbacks at the half. We move to the second half. Virginia coach Jeff Jones looking to stop that man. Scotty Thurman picks up where he left off with the floater in the lane, 38-35 Hogs. Then the three from way downtown. Look at this one. Boy, he's back about 4 feet there. 54-48 Arkansas. They go on to beat Virginia and will contend as the defending champions. 68-61 in Midwest action. They will play North Carolina next Saturday in the Kingdome. Well, that's a quick look at the weekend sports. And as we take this final timeout, like me, keep your fingers crossed for the Ice Pirates. They will again be in action Tuesday and Wednesday against Billings. Let's turn away the Billings Bulls. Stay where you are. We'll be right back.
Get ready this weekend for Oscar Fever. Only Entertainment Tonight has been following your favorite faces throughout the year of movie-making madness.
I thought, well, gee, well, maybe this will happen every year or something.
From Hollywood's hits, highlights, and hopefuls, we've been there from the start. And if fashion is your fancy, come with us as supermodel Vendela gives us the insider's tips to Oscar-winning wardrobes. It's your Academy Awards preview this weekend on ET.
Sunday at 10:30 p.m. on Channel 12.
Well, finally tonight, if you're struggling to find time to exercise, but you don't know what to do with the kids, you might want to enter the Adventure Zone. It's the first of its kind to hit Montana, and at the Broadwater Athletic Club, the Adventure Zone allows the kids to get hours of supervised exercise while you get a healthy workout.
Really anxious. We've been getting all kinds of phone calls ever since we started putting things up. Is it open yet? Is it open yet? And the kids, and once it opened, the kids just came in here like crazy, and they are loving it.
Now, the Adventure Zone equipment is based on the Playrobics idea and designed especially for the kids.
Well, that's all the time we have left. We leave you tonight with pictures from the Civic Center and the 9th Annual Home and Garden Show. Over 60 booths offering everything you could possibly need for the home and the garden. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow night at 5:30.
Good night.